Hi there, welcome to another Taking the Biz tutorial. This is part 3 of our critical path extravaganza. In this video, we're going to try and make amendments to a network diagram and understand how that might affect what goes on the critical path. Let's get launched into that straight away. Check out the diagram on screen. This is our network diagram from video 2. We had a critical path marked on there of D, E, F, G and J, but we've got some new information. Check out the bottom of the screen there. The business has done some recalculations, and rather than activity B taking 2 weeks, and let's just highlight that on the screen for you, they've recalibrated that and they're now estimating it's actually going to take 4 weeks. So let's move over to our table. Let's get that changed straight away. Activity B is now going to take 4 weeks to complete, not 2. Let's show that on the diagram as well. So let's change that 2-week duration of activity B to 4 weeks. And what we need to think about is how that's going to affect other activities on our diagram. If B now takes the double the length, 4 weeks rather than 2, it's going to have knock-on consequences elsewhere on our diagram. Now, the first thing we want to look at is activity C. C circled on the screen there, we have got that activity C can kick off after week 6. But that's when we thought B was only going to take a fortnight to complete. That's no longer true. We've got to make some changes here. Activity B can still start at week 4. Its earlier start time is not affected. But now that the duration is 4 weeks, rather than 4 plus 2 equaling 6, we've got to do 4 plus 4, meaning that the earliest start time for activity C is now 8. If we work across our network diagram, we'll see that it has ramifications for other activities as well. Now for activity G, we're going to put pressure on that being able to kick off after 10 weeks. Because look at the earliest start time for activity C. We've changed it. It's 8 weeks now. And the duration of activity C is 3 weeks. If we do 8 plus 3, G can no longer get underway after 10 weeks anymore. We're going to have to amend that. It's now 11 weeks. It has an impact on activity J as well. Look at the earliest start time for G. We've just changed it. It's now 11 weeks. G is going to take us 4 weeks. 11 plus 4 is not 14 any longer. We've got to amend that for 15. Now, crucially, this is going to make a change to the overall duration of our project. Rather than 14 weeks plus 2, meaning that we can get this project done in 16 weeks, J's earliest start time has just shunted to 15 weeks. Now 15 plus the 2-week duration of J means that this project cannot get completed in 16 weeks anymore. It's now 17 weeks. So the first thing that we can realise about activity B taking longer is that this increases the overall duration of the project as a whole. We've added a week on. We've gone from 16 weeks to 17 weeks because B took longer. Now, if we have a look at our latest finish times as well, we'll see that it's also going to impact on the critical path. So let's change this bottom one first of all. The latest finish time for this project as a whole is no longer 16 weeks. Let's amend that. It's 17. And if we work backwards from right to left, if we deduct these durations from these latest finish times, it's going to change what goes in our nodes and alter what's on the critical path. Let's kick that off. 17 weeks minus the 2-week duration of activity J means that in node 8, we're going to change the latest finish time to 15 weeks. And let's keep going. That latest finish time of 15 weeks, we're going to deduct the 4-week duration of activity G. And in node 6, the LFT is not 10 anymore. It's going to be 11. If we go across our middle row here, if we take that 11-week latest finish time from node 6 and deduct the 2-week duration of activity F, rather than that latest finish time in node 5 being 8, 11 minus 2 actually equals 9, making changes as we go here. If we take that 9-week latest finish time and carry on moving across and deduct the 2-week duration of activity E, 9 minus 2 is not 6, 9 minus 2 is 7. And we're changing these activities, and because we're adding a week to their latest finish times, we're taking them off the critical path in essence. If we go to the bottom here, our critical path, we've got down as D, E, F. But that's not accurate anymore. Check out activity D. It can start at week 0. It takes 6 weeks to complete. Crucially, now it doesn't have to be finished until week 7. It's not on the critical path anymore. Let's strike through our critical path. It's no longer accurate, and it's all because B is taking 2 weeks longer. So let's go up to the top row of our critical path diagram and see what actually is on the critical path now. If we have a look at the latest finish time that we'd written in node 6, we've changed that. It's now 11. 11 minus 3 is not 7 any longer. 11 minus the 3-week duration of activity C means that we need to change the latest finish time in node 3 to 8 weeks. Now have a look at activity B, for example. Activity B can start after 4 weeks, takes 4 weeks, and its latest finish time is week 8. We've just put that on the critical path. We can keep going as well. Look at that latest finish time in node 2 there of 5 weeks. That's no longer accurate. If we do 8 minus 4, it doesn't equal 5. 8 minus 4 equals 4. So in effect, we're adding A to the critical path as well. Look at A, can kick off on week 0, but takes 4 weeks. We've got highlighted on screen there, the latest finish time for A has now just changed from 5 weeks to 4. Effectively, what we've done is we've put activities A and B and C as well onto our critical path. We've taken D, E and F off. We've put A, B and C on. So the fact that B has now changed its duration from 2 weeks to 4 weeks has had 2 major consequences. Number 1, it's increased the project length as a whole from 16 weeks to 17 weeks. That's significant. Crucially, it's also changed what's on the critical path. D, E and F now all have float times. A, B and C previously had float times, but now that B is going to take longer, they've now shifted to be on our critical path. So there you go. That's how we do that kind of task in an exam. It's a challenge. It's a difficult one. There's no getting away from that. But if we can do it, we're going to be picking up marks when other students are going to be struggling. We're going to put links to our other critical path analysis videos in the descriptions below. Thanks for taking the biz. Good luck with your ongoing revision. We'll see you soon.